Hitler designed a secret weapon to take America down because these idiots can't be trusted. Can't do anything about Gandhi. He's over there with his peace pacifist. Well, it was Gandhi. I mean, something does have to be done about these idiots, but they're not guilty of anything Europe hasn't been doing for... We're not affiliated. Nobody out there mistook me for affiliated with them, except corporate. Been chasing little boys around till they shoot up a school for 60 years for money. Okay, they know we're not affiliated. They know I didn't steal it because I've been trying to reach them since it first started. I mean, when you can't hire a lawyer, democracy's off the table. So it's not corporate. We're at war through corporate. The corporation is canonized in the New Testament for saved Christians and kosher Jews by the Apostle St. Paul. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. He never met Jesus either. You commie faggots. I'm not affiliated with you because you disgust me. I'm not affiliated with the CIA because they're getting penalized for an insider that doesn't exist. As to the question of legitimacy, I'm not just going to stand by and watch these people die for nothing and say nothing. Because you don't, like, your stupidity is the only thing that scares me about you. Bunch of sneaky chicken shit homos and fucking retards got their hands on a toy they're not qualified to play with. The democracy is a corporation, but first do no harm or you're not even a goddamn doctor. So the CIA is getting penalized for things that the UN cannot prove. Behind our backs, without a word to our faces, in escrow, and trying to kill us before we find out. And they're using females as human shields. Islam loves women's lib. I'm trying to report crimes against the state. It's not up to some cranky bitch. Doesn't give a shit what happens to these other girls. She represents the... As long as she gets to stay in charge of losing. And I can go on and on. How equal is equal enough? Islam's not a real religion in the first place. Moses said to lie with a man as thou doth with a woman is an abomination. Do you think he was talking to the ladies? The lesbians did not rape their way into your throne. They might be all that's left. And think of the mentality required to chase little boys around and act like if we don't like it, then it's a threat to the females. The bloodthirsty fucking faggot it would take. Oh, you don't like it, do you? Well, and that's who is threatening all of the Europe and the European diaspora, from Eastern Slav to Western Celt, propped up by a disproportionate population credit pool via Gandhi inventing Muslim neutrality. Why do we have a population credit pool to begin with? So you see, Gandhi was redundant. All roads lead back to fucking Muslims again. 600 years after the corporation, slave-raiding barbarian wizards from the desert learn how to disagree and invade Europe. That's the First Reich. People now, they're digging up ancestral grudges with my ancestors, acting like that's ancient history. Like, I just got to get over it and move on. 600 years after the corporation, Islam learns how to read, disagrees, invades Europe. They ban reading, burn witches, bumble from the conquest of one Christian neighbor to another for 600 years, cause the Great Schism, sack the Vatican, and then collapse. Transformed the Iron Age into the Dark Ages. The witch burnings continued into the New World because they're just such a bad influence on our dear, sweet, innocent, naive, precious goddamn cops. Hacking is industrial sabotage, okay? Industrial sabotage is a violent crime. An obstruction of justice, such as violent crimes against children, it is a complication of the original crimes. Statute begins when obstruction ends. They just want to make it so bad that when you finally have no choice but to acknowledge the reality of the situation, there's no going back. You're done. Done. The problem then becomes the difference between a tyrant and a hero is that a hero knows when to stop. First, I shall do no harm. I shall guard my charge from injustice. All enemies, foreign and domestic, no inherent conflict. Arise, the patriarchy. Deus Vult